We live in Baltimore City amongst greatness. There's so much talent, it's like a gold mine covered with crime. Our kids dream big and they have a lot of skills, but they are being neglected. It's a vicious cycle breeding, and instead of Baltimore growing, it's like our city is constantly bleeding.
Baltimore. It's fighting to find its soul as it loses souls to a cycle of crime and violence. By virtue of being born in one of America's most dangerous cities, some are doomed before they have a chance.
Some new crime-fighting money is heading to Baltimore, a city that desperately...
It's sad when you can't walk out your front door and this is what you come outside to.
Police closed off the 800 block of West Lexington Street for homicide detectives and forensic technicians to comb
He went
the
through
area.
so much because the loss of his brother, where we are now standing. And because of that, it took a toll of him. He was so young, so he really didn't understand why it is and why that. He was her raised mother, and I would like to tell you how it was raising Ray and his siblings. We grew up down Lexington Terrace Projects, of course, where my 16-year-old son was murdered at, and it became tough. I thought my life was great, marvelous, until they took his life. As you can see, my siblings had gotten my son street sign put up, and we grew up from down here, but we had moved across the bridge. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
And I'm going this way too.
So we had moved across the bridge, and we still have family over here, so we came over here time and time. I'm actually in front of the senior building where my grandmother stays at. She was attending council down here. She did so much for the community, and thanks, Grandma, for all that you do. So I just wanted to tell y'all one particular time about Ray, because I'm not going to allow him to do this documentary and not tell y'all about none of the heartache and pain and suffering that I had to deal with and go through to get to where we are today. So come on, Elder Juan. I used to live over Murphy Homes and the new houses, and I had gotten a phone call. So somebody called me one day, like, what you doing? I'm like, you know, nothing, just getting up, eating breakfast. Well, you better go down there and get your son. I'm like, get my son? Who you talking about? Raekwon down the way. I looked at the time, it's like 10:30. Raekwon's supposed to be in school. So I hopped over the bridge. I was burnt up, I was heated. First I was gonna come outside with the bat, but I said, no, I don't wanna get myself in trouble. I'll probably get locked up. So long story short, I hopped this bridge and came over here. Don't y'all know, right while I was walking down the street, I see Ray and like 3-4 other little boys. He don't see me yet. So he lollygagging, talking. Ray the tallest one. So about time I got down here to the opening, he seen me, he spotted me. Ray, I'm gonna tell you now, if they were your friends, I would have left them alone that day, because Ray, they gave you up. You were running so fast, and you end up running through the opening before they did, and they were so nosy, they was running, holding back, and they gave you up. That's how the hell I knew who you was. But long story short, I messed up. I'm heated. I'm burnt up. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna wear him out. So I get right here close to the opening where Day and Ray went to the daycare center at. So I said, let me say my prayer so I won't kill him out here. So as I get through the opening, I go through the playground, and I didn't see Ray. Oh my God. So he had to run up the steps. Remind you, that's where my 16-year-old son was murdered at. So y'all know here, he belongs in school. I done already lost one. I don't need to lose another one. Y'all pray for our youth though. But long story short, I get through here, and I'm walking all through the courts and everything. I seen a police officer, and I said, if you see my son, I did. If you see my son down here, send him home. So as I walk through the Poe homes, I come out the other side of the wall. Why do I see my son? I see Ray. I said, oh, you slick? You belongs in school. Don't come down. Don't come down. So he trying to ease to me. I said, I'm calling your father. I'm calling you forward, and that's where I sent them to. It takes a village to raise these children out here because there's a lot of peer pressure. And I had to pray and cry so hard. You hear what I tell you? I had to stay on my face. I had to deal with my own pain, my own suffering, depression, and everything. And still pray and hold my kids up. It was tough. You hear me? Y'all hold on to your children. Y'all pray for them. But long story short, this was the daycare center where Day and Ray went to. Ray was running through here and up these steps. So I was feeling a little anxiety because this is where David was shot at. So I'm going through emotions while I'm running looking for him. Where is he at? He belongs in school. Why is he down here? So I'm feeling a mess a little bit, emotional, because I had to come through here. So that particular morning, when I get through here, I just, said, let me say my prayer or whatever and walk through or whatever. But it's not easy raising 6 children. You hear me? But I did it. I did it. I used to have so much fun down here. This was my neighborhood right here. You hear me? But for them to take my son's life, that was devastating. And I'm here to tell you parents that it was not easy. You need to keep hold of your children, check on them, and have more concerns, and do better and spend more time with them. So to learn your children.
Hi, my name is Promise. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Welcome back to my daddy's YouTube channel.